Welcome back. Right now, I am joined by Shauna West with pardon me, I am very sorry, with Connect Park City here to talk about some great events coming up at the beginning of April. Shauna, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Diego. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's talk about the first event coming up is an evening with best-selling author and ESPN journalist Kate Fagan, right?
Yes.
She's very well-known and respected ESPN journalist.
Yes.
And we're going to be talking about her book, What Made Maddy Run.
Yes, and I have a copy of the book here, What Made Maddy Run. We wanted to bring Kate Fagan to Park City. When we read the story about Madison Holleran, the young girl in this book, and her struggles, we felt it was something we wanted to bring to Park City and Summit County. Madison's story is emblematic of many of the young people here in Summit County. I'll tell you a little bit about Madison. She was a young girl, beautiful young girl, very high GPA. She lived in Pennsylvania, nationally ranked track star and soccer star. Beautiful girl, popular.
Very popular in her school.
Yes, very popular. And she really wanted to go to an Ivy League school. That was her dream. I think her GPA was around 4.6.
Wow.
So she declined several other offers, and she decided to go to the University of Pennsylvania. And during her first semester there, she was having quite a few struggles with the school. And that is not uncommon for that transition from high school to college. We're finding,
and especially into an Ivy League academy where the pressure is, I mean, it's like
intense.
It's a pressure cooker there, absolutely.
And in the book, she talks about that I'm not the smartest person anymore. Everybody is very smart. And so just going ahead, she, during her second semester, January of her second semester, she took her life by jumping off a building in Philadelphia. And it was very sad. And Kate Fagan, the author, was sent by ESPN just to do a story about this. But as Kate Fagan was digging deeper into this, she found like this needed to be a book because there's heavy use of social media in this book and how social media filters our lives, body image issues, perfectionism. And one of the main themes of this book is that struggle is not weakness. And Kate Fagan really talks about that. Just because you're struggling doesn't mean you're weak. But if you're a perfectionist like Madison Holleran was, you really struggle with that, like not being absolutely perfect. And it's a heartbreaking, true story. And we're just so thrilled that Kate Fagan is coming. So I want to tell you a little bit about the event at Park City Hospital. Be at Park City Hospital on Thursday, April 5th, and the hospital has purchased 100 books to give to the first 100 attendees. So if you show up to the hospital, the event starts at 6 p.m., so come a little early. You will receive a free copy of the book, which we feel will reinforce the concepts that people learn that evening.
Absolutely. So it's a great opportunity to come and meet Kate Fagan and ask any questions if you've read the book and get a little bit deeper insight. But unfortunately, this has an unfortunate connection to Summit County, and there's a direct reason why you're bringing this story and this author to Summit County for a specific purpose. Can you speak a little bit about that?
I can. It's the what and why. The Summit County Health Department recently found that 25% of our youth in Summit County have a mental health issue. We also know that suicide rates in Utah have tripled since 2007, and suicide is currently the leading cause of death for adolescents aged 11 through 17 in Utah. The suicide rate in Utah is twice the national average, and it's growing at 20% higher than the national average.
And that's unfortunate because the United States national average, in terms of the world population, we already have a very high suicide rate in the United States. So to have double that rate is very, very unfortunate.
It is.
Do you think that social media and perfectionism also comes into play, especially here in
Definitely. We just had a program last month, actually Connect put on cross-community programming about social media and smartphones and the effect that it's having on young people. And what we found out was that young people who are on their phone 5 or more hours a day are much more likely to be unhappy, to be depressed, to have factors for suicide. And in fact, there's a lot of cyberbullying that goes online, and those, excuse me, I have a cold, those individuals are 66%, have a 66% higher chance of having a suicide risk factor. So yes, one thing that I didn't mention here is that we are having her speak at Park City High School.
Oh, excellent. That's great.
At a morning assembly, and the Park City Park City Education Foundation purchased books for the students. So the students can listen to Kate Fagan and then have the opportunity to go to the library and check out the book.
Definitely a very important talk that needs to happen at the high school.
Yes.
So that's great. But that's not the only thing that's happening in those couple days at the beginning of March. On April 7th, Catherine Budig, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Which is Kate Fagan's partner, will be joining her. And Catherine's actually a world-renowned and respected yoga master.
Yes, she is. Well, we are so thrilled about this event to have them both in Park City at the same time. Catherine Budig, as you said, is a celebrated and very acclaimed yoga instructor known worldwide. So I reached out to Melissa Garland at Tadasana Yoga Studio, which is in Pine Brook area of Park City, and I asked her, gosh, what do you think about this collaboration? Because Kate Fagan and Catherine Budig have an ESPN podcast together called Free Cookies, and they really banter well together. And so Catherine Budig, the 2-hour Vinyasa flow on April 7th at 7:30 at Tadasana, will track on all of the themes brought up by What Made Maddy Run, particularly that struggle is not weakness, destructive perfectionism, body image issues, just really coming back to who your true self is and not necessarily what your filtered life should be. And the cost of that event at Tadasana is $60 before, I have the flyer here, I think
before the 24th of March.
Yes, and then it's $70 after. We are so fortunate to have this type of instructor here in Park City.
This is world-class instruction that you'll be getting. People pay double and triple this amount to have sessions with her. So the fact that you get it at this low price is amazing.
Yes.
And you can kind of bunch these two things together. April 5th at 6 p.m. at the Park City Hospital, Kate Fagan will be there. And then April 7th, 10:30 to 12:30 at Tadasana Yoga Studio here in Pine Brook, right?
Yes.
Excellent. Can people go online for more information? Or?
Yes, absolutely. So if you go to the calendar of events on the Connect website, you'll be able to see these events listed. In addition, we have a link for the yoga piece to Tadasana where people can sign up directly online. Perfect. Or if they have questions, they can reach out to the studio.
Excellent. And then purchase tickets there as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And like we said, there's $60 before tomorrow, March 24th. Yes. So you can save $10 if you just do that today.
Yes.
But either way, you're going to be saving a ton of money. Even $70 is a great value for what you're going to be getting. Shauna, Lisa, thank you so much for coming on.
Diego.
I appreciate it. Coming on, talking about very important topics here in the county. So we look forward to these events. Again, Kate Fagan will be here to discuss What Made Maddy Run, April 5th at 6 p.m. at the Intermountain Park City Hospital. And then her partner, Catherine Budig, will be at Tadasana Yoga Studio, April 7th from 10:30 to 12:30. Pardon me. You can head over to Connect Summit County's website, check out their event page to buy tickets and register for this one. You won't want to miss out. We'll be right back right here on the Mountain Morning Show.